Welcome back, everyone. Today's topic is going to be Cosmos Coin, Atom Coin. So, from last time, which was a week ago again, 19th of December, basically, we had two case scenario on the Cosmos Coin. Basically, we wanted to see a possible fill of fair value gap zone here, similar to this one, and then a steep movement to lower zones, similar to this one here as well. The second scenario was if we see, let's zoom in, if we see a steep movement and a break here, then as we mentioned previously, it would result in pretty hard fall from here. Now, we had a nice breakdown and pretty hard liquidity moment here as well. So from our entry point, we moved basically almost 19%. And if we take from the breakpoint place, then 21% almost. So very quick liquidity moment on Cosmos Coin. And now we are back with this one. So let's remove few of those here as well. And we leave this one right now. And this one, let's leave this one as well. Wait. And fill up FPG we remove. So first of all, let's take a look on a daily time frame. And what we see is price is struggling to break this branch of EMAs here. So ideally, of course, we had a very nice downward movement, so a correction moment from the top. We've been in a decline. Basically, we declined 45%, and ideally, again, this would be a nice bouncing zone. So a moment of something like this, breaking this zone again, and a moment to the last fair value gap zone where we filled it here, and of course breaking it and going for a possible new highs as well. Now this would be ideal scenario for Cosmos Coin, but if we somehow or somewhat fail to secure this zone here, so not we but buyers, if buyers fail to secure this zone here and we see any price movement below the zone, there is a high probability of seeing a further movement to lower zones. So as of now, we see a nice bounce and previously as well a quick liquidity movement to the 200 EMA on the daily time frame, really quick recovery to the resistance zone, nice retest. Now if we would have broken here, then of course a decline movement, but buyers took over. Then again, small retest, and now we are seeing some kind of reversal to happen. So we are going for a possible upward movement from here, and let's put it this way now. So let's take again a possible, again, movement here, some consolidation. Damn, why did it do like this? So consolidation, maybe break of structure, and so on, breaking further structures and movement to the upper zones. Now few key zones that we want to see is basically, we will go on a smaller time frames later on as well, but first key zone is going to be this full zone here. So we need to break this zone in order to see a further movement to the upper zone. So let's mark it as blue zone as well, and this one we keep it like this. hmm like this. So this blue zone, once we break this blue zone, this is going to be our probable entry zone and possible movement of, let's say, 25, 22, 23%. And stop loss should be something like this. So risk and reward ratio is 1 to 3 basically. Now, before we see any kind of this movement, there is a possibility, again, as we mentioned, of price to move and retest again this zone. Now, if we fail, okay, not we, but if buyers fail to still maintain the zone and sellers keep on pushing the price, Next scenario would be a possible movement to the lower zones. If we break the zone here, then the next target for a potential buying opportunity would be somewhere near here. So pretty close to the last liquidity moment we had on the markets as well. So as of now, we see prices declining, and on the smaller time frames, let's go in on a 5 minute, for instance. So on a 5 minute time frame, what we want to see is break from here and a confirmational break from here. So if we see a reversal here, break of this zone, retest of this zone, and break of this zone as well, then most likely we'll go to the early moves to the upper zones. Now, as you can see, we are breaking currently. Market structure break is happening. So let's put it into two. And if we see a retest possible or even not, break this zone here and a full movement to the lower zones toward this zone, then this zone here, and just reclaiming lower zones. So on 5 minutes, it seems that we most probably will go to the lower zones as of now, because we are forming a market structure break here. But as we mentioned, if we break this zone here, and if we break, let's take a brush, if we break this zone here, and if we break this zone here, then most probably, damn, they are very straight. Okay, then most likely we'll go to the upper zones. But we had not so straight anymore, but we had a market structure break right now, and price seems to decline pretty nicely. So back to the 4 hour time frame. Game plan is pretty simple. We want to see a moment to the zone, maybe even quicker liquidity moment. This is the buying zone, and for short term we would go for like this 2% and 3. So risk and reward ratio is again 1 to 3. But you need to keep an eye on current market structure break as well, because if we see a reversal and we break those high zones there, then we might see a movement to the upper zones early on. So that's it for the Cosmos coin. As always, stay safe, trade safe, keep your leverage low, and see you in the next one.